Okay. So I need to change a few things, starting with this. Let's make that 4. Let's make this 10. And see what happens. Okay, now let's go into this sketch. And I know what to apply, actually. I need to project this. And I need to put... Uh-oh. Okay, which one's correct? This one. Okay. So now I need to make this one touch this one. Okay. Change this extrude to exclude that. Change this extrude to, oh, okay. Change this sketch to include this and this. Change this extrusion to include that. I don't like how that looks. Okay, how does that look? Better. Don't include the outside bit. There, that looks pretty good. And then I'm gonna make a sketch on this plane. And I see. Interesting. Hang on. This starts there and ends inside there. And I realized something. That's new body. That should be joint. Okay. That is an interesting development. Okay. I'm going to bring up the stick base here and cut out this. That's just to keep that to be okay. So that will be good, except that this needs to be bigger. Let me get a better measurement of my fingers. The outermost of my middle finger is 23 millimeters, and my ring finger is smaller, and the thickest piece of my forefinger is the same size as my ring finger, or my middle finger, which is interesting. I didn't know that. So 25 should do it. Why? Why? There. Just delete that until that's done. and bring these to there, so that when I do this, I can exclude those. Okay. What is this extrude? Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna start a sketch here. And I'm gonna put a line here. And another line here, and make them go all the way to, that's not gonna work, okay. So instead what I'll do is I'll put a sketch here. And make these equal. And make this 2. Does that look good? I don't know. That might be good. I will now sweep this profile on this path. And I will not delete that, I will rename it to Stiffen Sticks. And this sketch, what was this? Oh, okay, that's unnecessary. Okay. Mirror the sweep here on, was it the XZ plane? I believe it was the XZ plane. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So now that is a total of 4, 5, 6 millimeters long, which is going to be a total of 12 millimeters wide, which is pretty good actually. It's not too big, it's not too small. So that should be a lot stiffer so that this would work. I'm gonna go ahead and change this again to be, I'm gonna change this a little bit. I'm gonna make this 3. I'm gonna make this 1.5. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. And that just makes them a little bigger so that I can grab things better. And then I might add 2 more. I might add 1 or 2 more. I don't know. Let me see what happens when I add 2 more. Don't know why this one has to be so small. And then the same thing on the other side. Okay. These have to be equal. And these have to be equal. Okay. And then What is this? Whatever. Okay. And now if I go into this first extrude, do I like that better? Yeah. I like the first way better. I know I said that it's actually good enough, but I am gonna increase this a little bit. Just a little bit longer. It just feels better if it's a little longer. I don't know why. Okay. So hopefully these should work better. I'll go ahead and redo the fillet. What if I just do the whole face? Let me select the darn face, darn it. One is too much. $175 is way too much. 0.75 is okay. .625 is better. I'm gonna do that. I hope I can apply enough force with the edge of my finger, with my fingers. And I hope these aren't too loose. I mean, if they're too loose, then I can go back into this sketch here and reduce that angle, but gonna save this before I forget. And then I'm gonna save this, and now it's got more triangles probably. 4,646. I think that's fewer, but I think that's because there's fewer fillets technically. Because I also did the bottom end here, which is not unnecessary really. So save that. Yes, replace it. And I'll print this out and see how well it does. It'll probably take about 2 hours now because I practically doubled the amount of material it's going to take. But, yeah. Let's see how well this works. Okay. This new, better one is printed. Much stiffer. Much less likely to curve on me when I pick something up. Much looser in terms of this, but also too loose. And I'm noticing that this is actually difficult to control its thing there, right? I'd have to, even that won't work too well. So, for now I'm gonna hold it like this, but I'm gonna have to make the little finger holes smaller, and I'm gonna try and come up with some way of adding a guide into it so that it stays, so that it doesn't bend in this direction. Not sure, I mean, I have an idea, but I'm not sure how well I can do it, because the only idea I can think of is a darn print in place mechanism, and I don't like print in place stuff. I really don't like doing print in place. Anyways, I'm gonna see how well it grabs things. I wanted something soft to try with this, so I've got this bread that I'm gonna tear up, because it's not like I'm gonna take and grab an entire piece of bread, you know. But that was pretty nice that I just grabbed an entire piece of bread. This twisty thing here is kind of in the way of being able to get anything well, but it looks like I can grab things pretty nicely, at least soft things. Let me see if I can... Yeah, I didn't expect to be able to do that. Oh. I want to see something. Can I snag it on the... Can I fit it inside the... Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna have to try and grab something with. Okay, so the bread I can grab because it's lightweight. Anyways, I'm gonna see if I can pull a pretzel out of here. If I can actually reach. Oh, it's twisted. But if I can get it to not twist, I can grab a pretzel just fine, so that's good. And I will see if I can eat a cashew. I want to eat the cashew using this to make sure that it's comfortable to eat with this. So, a singular cashew. Did you know that cashews come from a fruit? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I shouldn't put this back in the cashews because I just had it in my mouth. But it's not like my sister would mind that. She hardly eats these anyways. And I hardly eat them anyways. But I only hardly eat them because I don't want to spend another $10 on cashews. Anyways. I think this design for the stick part of the sticks is pretty good. I need to redesign the finger part, but I can get the finger part to close better than I could on the other one. So that's good. But I need a guide to keep it flat. I'm trying to think how I can do that effectively. Especially given the size of these things. Anyways, I think it's also at the point that I can start changing the design of this here, the tip here, to put it in a hole, right? The idea that I had was I'd close this and stick it in a hole and somehow have it stay in that hole, and I'd be able to pull it out easily too. So I need to come up with some mechanism for doing that. And I don't think that it's all that special for me to have these locking into these, right? They go in, see, they mate with each other. But I don't think that's all that special. But I'm gonna keep it because it's not, there's nothing wrong with it either. But if I really wanted, I could have had this side have these stick out too, and it's probably fine. But yeah, I'm gonna have to make a guide to keep this from twisting like this. I'm gonna have to reduce the size of these finger holes. Now there's an idea on how to use it. Hold it like that. That still doesn't help with the... Well, it kind of helps because I can... That's interesting. Depth perception is hard through a camera because cameras only have... Well, through a camera phone anyways, because camera phones don't have binocular vision. Darn. Maybe a pigeon would be able to perceive this better. Oh, hey, look, what is that? What is that, a bat? I think that's a bat. They're Halloween-themed pretzels, because it's Halloween today. Well, anyways, it's comfortable to put this in my mouth, so much so that I can talk through it. So that means I have the ability to change its... Can you see the spit? Anyways, that means I have enough leeway to change the geometry of the front in case I need to. So that's pretty good. If I have it out to here, I can still... Okay, yeah, I have plenty of space to work with. So, yeah. I'm going to start working on the holes, right? The first idea I had that I don't think is going to work too well is if I put this, if I close this and I make the holes just big enough for this to go in, right, is going to want to come open, right? But I will also very easy, right, it'll want to come open and that'll hold it together, right? But I might very easily accidentally close it all the way and then it'll fall out. So I'm not sure if that'll work. But I will try that because, yeah. Anyways, make the little finger holes smaller. Add some kind of a guide to keep it from twisting and start with putting this in a hole so that I can attach it to things as a handle. I'm thinking I might use, yeah. Let me see what's more comfortable to eat. That's pretty comfortable. What if I scoop it with this or this? They're both pretty all right. So what's a more neutral position? I think this is a more neutral position. So I think I'm gonna have the holes be in this orientation, which is interesting, because I was kind of hoping to print things so that I would be able to, whatever. But that's what I gotta do. Add the holes, add the guide, shrink these holes. So, and not add the holes, add a connection mechanism for this to connect to the spoon, fork, and butter knife. So, that's what I gotta do.